Okay, inverse function, find the inverse of f. Let f of x equal x minus 3 over x minus 4. First I'm going to do is take this out of function notation and put it into y notation, so all I did was switch those two out. Next thing I'll do is solve for x. I'll say it one last time. Some people do the procedure in opposite ways. They'll switch x and y first and then solve for y. This is the way I choose to do it. So first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to multiply both sides by x minus 4, so we have y times x minus 4 is equal to x minus 3. So all we did here was that, right? All right. So from there, I'm going to just multiply this in, and we get x, y minus 4y is equal to x minus 3. Remember what we're trying to do is we're trying to move all x terms to one side or the other, to one side there, okay? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just add negative x here, and we get x, y, minus x. This is x I moved here, isn't it? And then what I'm going to do, if you don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and at the same time, I'm going to move this piece over here because I'm trying to get all the terms that have x to one side and everything else to the other. This one does not have a term of x, does it? So I'm going to add positive 4y to both sides, and that will give us 4y minus 3, won't it? Okay, hopefully you can see that a little bit. And now, this seems like a long road to get to the same place, but now we're going to factor out x. So factor out x. It's going to give us just one term of x, isn't it? So we have x times y minus 1. Whoops, sorry, y minus 1 here, right? Is equal to 4y minus 3. Now I'm going to divide both sides by y minus 1. And that should give us, x is equal to 4y minus 3 over y minus 1. Now, for me, at the very end, that's when I switch x and y. X and y. And we get y is equal to, and so this y goes here, and the x goes every place there was a y, so 4x minus 3 over x minus 1 is my final solution. So, all right, let's do another one. So here's the other one. Here's the next one. It said, again, solving, right? Oh, you know what? I should have done this, right? I should have switched this out. Sorry, I should have put this into inverse notation. So x minus 3 over x minus 1, right? Okay, sorry. Let's try the next problem. It said that f of x is equal to 3x over x plus 1. Going to do exactly the same thing here. Going to take it out of function notation, put it into y notation. 3x over x plus 1. Check it and make sure I have all my math done correctly. What are we going to do next? This is important, right? Solve for x. First thing I'm going to do is multiply both sides by x, the quantity x plus 1, and we'll get y times x plus 1 is equal to 3x. I'm going to distribute this in here, and we get xy plus y is equal to 3x. Move all x terms to one side or the other. Doesn't matter which side, to one side, and everything else to the opposite side, right? So that's my strategy here. So what I'm going to get, I'm going to add this and get xy minus 3x is equal to, right, this right here, right, to both sides. And then if you don't mind, I'm going to add negative y to both sides, negative y, and get negative y here. Isn't that right? You like that so far? Now factor out x over here on the left hand side, right? So I'm going to factor out x on the left hand side here. And we get x times y minus 3 is equal to negative y, isn't it? I'm going to divide both sides by y minus 3, y minus 3, y minus 3. And this thing is getting better, almost there, aren't we? And we get x is equal to negative y over y minus 3, right? We're going to switch x and y, right? We're going to switch x and y. So we'll get y is equal to negative x over x minus 3, right? Okay. I mean, hopefully we're getting along here. You're getting this down. This is important enough that we need to keep practicing this. So here's another one off the quizzes. I'm not doing the linear ones because I think you guys are doing great at that. The other ones are the ones you're struggling at. So let's do this one. F of x is equal to 2x minus 3 over x plus 3. First thing to do is switch out of function notation into y notation. 2x minus 3 over x plus 3. Say it with me. Solve for x. Solve for x. I'm going to multiply both sides by x plus 3, right? So I have to cancel there and here. So I get y times x plus 3 is equal to 2x minus 3. Going to go ahead and distribute into here. Going to distribute this into here, into here. And that, of course, would give us this. Y times x is xy. Y times 3 is 3y, isn't it? Is equal to 2x minus 3. Again, just keep pushing along here. Keep pushing along here. Right? Move all terms. Move all x terms to one side. This is what many of you did not do, so please, right? So we're going to just drag this over here, and we'll get xy minus 2x is equal to, and if you don't mind, while we're here, let's just move this over here because we want this, right? Here. And we would get negative 3y minus 3, wouldn't we? Now what are we going to do? Good, factor out x, and again, it's on the left side in this case, so we have x times y minus 2. X times y is xy. X times negative 2 is negative 2x. That works, doesn't it? Is equal to negative 3y minus 3. Going to divide both sides by y minus 2. X equals negative 3y minus 3 over y minus 2. And then there's a lot of things you can do here. One is you could factor this thing out, and I'm looking at the way people are attempting this, and I'm good with that, I think, if that's how you want to do that. So y equals negative 3x minus 3 all over x minus 2. Look, you can factor out this negative and switch everything down here. I don't care that much. How about that? So what you could have done was this. You could have done y equals negative 3x plus 3, right? Brought that down here and multiplied this, and you would have gotten 2 minus x. At the bottom is another way to do it. I don't care about that algebra so much. Last question, right? So take good notes. F of x is equal to x over x minus 3, right? Y equals x over x minus 3. Y times x minus 3 equals x. X, y minus 3y equals x. X, y minus x is equal to 3y. X times y minus 1 is equal to 3y. X is equal to 3y over y minus 1. Switch. Y is equal to 3x over x minus 1. Switch it back into inverse notation here. 3x is x minus 1. So, yeah, I didn't spend a lot of time on that last one. I kind of rushed through it, but that was a fourth example. Take good notes. You need to know this. You're going to see this again. I promise. Good work.